Greetings, good life. I'd like to read something for you today from my Benevolent Magic blog. It was originally published on Tuesday, November 8th of 2005, and it's called Your Coming World Arrives with a Pleasurable Duty. Now there is a time coming very soon where many of you will be called upon to perform a specific duty or a responsibility that is something that has not come up for many hundreds of years. This responsibility is to acquire a friend that is so unlike you and so unlike your normal friends that people who know you wonder whether you are changing so completely that they think they don't know you. You don't have to acquire this friend if they feel dangerous or anything like that. It's not a dare. But I'm going to suggest that during the next couple of months, you look around and notice if there is somebody that you have an affinity with, or something that resembles friendship, but because they are so different than you, or because their opinions are so different than you, or they look so different than you feel shy to go any further with the friendship. If you can think of a few people like that, then pick out one or more, it's up to you, and let the friendship go a bit further. Remember, this is not to be someone that is dangerous, or could be dangerous, but somebody who might just be completely different than you, and you're now friends. I'll tell you why this is a responsibility, and even could be considered a duty. Many of you are comfortable with the fact that you can write or email people all over the world, people you don't know and may never meet, and this is a very good thing mostly. When it is benevolent, of course, that's best. And this is good, but there now needs to be more of a visual experience of that. I understand why people gravitate towards those like them. It makes sense, and is a habit you get into when you are very young. But now it's important, more so than ever, to demonstrate to society at large that even though someone looks completely different than you, or acts completely different than you, or has opinions that are nothing like your own, and this is particularly important for those of you who have long-standing friends, that these people, these new people in your life, are also valuable, and yes, fun. It's important for people to have physical evidence that friends can be entirely different. I know this is not something that seems to be entirely new. After all, many of you have been perfectly comfortable with this idea for a long time. But there needs to be more of it now. Your world as a planet is not getting any bigger, and in many ways it's getting smaller because the personal space available for everyone is being reduced by the increasing population, as well as by the mobility that is available now, and will be available to a much greater degree in the future, as nations and groups of people find ways to get along better, which is coming very soon, and we need to make it an example to those who are organizing these things that it is not necessary to organize peace and prosperity only within individual groups, that it is possible to organize peace and prosperity for the broad spectrum of peoples. And when they see with their own eyes that people can get along and form friendships even with those who are totally unlike them, then they will be reminded that such things that have been predicted can come to pass. It is thus, then, a duty, a responsibility, and could lead to a great pleasure for yourself, broadening the vista of possible friends and possibly even future family and relations. There is no greater diplomacy than that which is a welcoming of all peoples. Good life and good night.